Good morning to our American guests and good evening to our German guests and hello to the rest of you. Today we are going to interview Tom Higgins live on our Unity Community web TV channel, and I'm Last Line, the project leader. And Tom, say something about you.
Hi, everyone. As you all know, my name is Tom Higgins, aka Higgy B on the forums. I'm the product evangelist here at Unity Technologies, which means I do a lot of presenting and talking about the product. And it's a job I really like, not only because I get to travel and talk with interesting folks, but because I love game development and working on Unity in particular. So I'm here to answer any questions you guys have. So I know we're going to run through a set of fixed questions that we're kind of set up ahead of time, but start submitting those. If we have time, we'll get to them all, and ask what you want. I'm not going to duck a single question, and I'll give all my answers honestly and up front. So I'm ready to get going whenever you are, Lars.
I'm ready. Okay. While we are talking about the first questions, you in the community can ask your questions and comments in the chat. Our staff is picking up the best questions and sending it me via Skype. So, okay, we can start with the first question from our German member Black Nova. He asked when Unity is expected to support C++.
Well, we don't have any firm or specific plans on doing that. We did put out an announcement earlier this summer, actually a blog post by our CEO, David Helgeson, in that as part of a Plan B emergency solution for the Apple iPhone OS 4 situation, that we might do that for the Unity iPhone product to allow C++ scripting APIs. But that's strictly on an as-needed basis. We really don't want to do that. It would only be done in order to maintain Unity iPhone as a viable solution there. But as of today, really we don't have broader plans for C++ as a regularly used language inside of Unity for game development, beyond the plugins type architecture that we have today. So, if you feel that's really a compelling feature for you, I encourage you to go and submit that on our feedback site, feedback.unity3d.com, and get some people voting about it and discussing it there. And, we can see where it goes. But as of today, no firm plans. So I don't know that we'll ever see that inside of Unity. But, plans and times change. So if you start getting the conversation going, maybe we'll change our minds.
Okay, now we come to the next question from English Unity member Tony. He asked, what opportunities do you see for Unity developers with future online services such as OnLive and Gakai?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the end. Such as what services?
OnLive and Gakai.
Well, I mean, obviously both are quite intriguing opportunities, and our goal for Unity is always to try and achieve this author once deploy anywhere goal, and that deploy anywhere is not only platforms of interest, but also distribution channels of interest. And so nothing specific to put out here on these today, but rest assured that we want to give you every opportunity. We want to give you every chance to use these different channels, because it's our job to make Unity the product of choice. It is your job to just simply make great game content, or non-game content, as we might talk about later. We're going to do the research work and implementation work, but we're looking intently at those as well as many other opportunities. And we'll put announcements out as we have the concrete information to share.
Okay, the next question again from an English Unity member, Vetoix. He asks, do you plan on making your technology cheaper?
Well, I don't know how much cheaper than free we can make things with our base Unity license. As to the paid licenses, we feel that we're offering a very competitive product at the price. I mean, it's $400 to get into iPhone publishing, and it'll be the same to get into Android publishing. And then if you wanted the full product, I mean, it's compared to the competitive tools that are out there, we feel that we're at a good price point for what we offer, and it allows us to maintain and grow our company and our projects. So maybe it will happen. I mean, for those that have been around since the early days, I mean, the Unity Indie license actually was $249 US in the version 1 life cycle, and then it became $199 in the version 2 life cycle. and then at version 2.6 it became free. So on the bottom end, we've been lowering it simply because we want to give accessibility to our tool set at a base level. Will this paid licenses drop eventually? I don't know. That's going to be a mixture of our long-term business plans, as well as I'll call them bean counters, but the finance folks needing to make sure that moves like that keep the revenue coming in, because this is a business we have to run and maintain. But for now, I think you should expect things to stay the same, and we think that we're offering a really good deal for the price.
Okay, now we come to a short live question. Someone of our community staff asked where you can get a Unity T-shirt like you have.
Well, where you get them is here by being an employee for the most part. These are our kind of conference shirts, and we've talked about having kind of Unity swag for sale. We've even joked somewhat seriously from some folks about things like Unity plushie cubes, to the chairs that I'm sitting on, which I'll stand up and show everyone in the audience because they're just that cool. That they're actually these cube stools. These are things that we have for our conferences and events, and we have them for booth staff. Maybe at some point we'll have them available on the website or available through third parties. Because everywhere I go, I get asked about. I have a T-shirt with just the Unity cube on the chest, and I went to the Boston user group meeting, and everybody asked me where they could get one, and now you guys are doing the same. So maybe it's high time we got some T-shirts up and for sale. Folks seem to want to wear the swag, so we'll see. No plans. Lots of demand though, huh?
Maybe we can do a little contest. Okay.
Yeah.
Next question from Jacob, again from the English forums. He asked if there is any plan for another Unity Summer of Code.
Well, so far we haven't shaped anything up in specific for this year. We did really enjoy what happened last year. Not all of the projects made it through to final completion. But things like the detonator framework really came off quite well. So we're still kind of tossing the idea about we'll see what happens with it, because it presented a great opportunity for younger, less experienced developers, and it provided us a great opportunity in that we like giving these kinds of add-on bits like the detonator framework and whatnot. So hopefully we'll get an announcement out about that soon, but for right now we're really just kind of laser focused, especially this late in the summer, on the push towards Unity 3.0, Unity Android, and then of course our Unite conference. So I put the chances very slim you're going to see a summer of code, but because summer's over soon, unless you're in Australia, in which case you think it's coming soon. But we might have some other similar program where maybe it's the winter of code or something like that, where when everyone's kind of holed up during the snow and rainy parts of the year, let's get folks writing something. So we'll see.
Okay. Next question from a German member, Thomas, and he asked, will there be many of the new features in Unity 3 limited for the Pro version, or are there some features in the Indie version which are cool too?
Well, we always want to improve both products, right? I mean, we didn't make the free version and then decide, as feature plans go, to leave it kind of dead in the water and not get updated. So yeah, you bet. There's features coming in both products that are going to be valuable and important. One of the most common ones I've been asked about, I was down at SIGGRAPH last week, and we've been at Seattle Casual Connect and a number of other events, is something like the Beast light mapping, for example. And the exciting thing there is that is actually a feature that's exposed in at least some ways in both the free license as well as the Pro license. And in that case, what we're exposing in the free version is direct light mapping will be supported in free, whereas direct and bounce light mapping will be supported in Pro. So the Pro version has that little bit of extra capability that might differentiate a quality game, like top tier from the merely good, if you will. But so yeah, we have features that are going to come in both, and I know this is something I've gotten a lot of PMs about on the forums and emails, Twitter, direct messages, you name it, about when we're going to get the full feature list up. So I already have it on my to-do list to talk to the dev team and make sure that I've got it all correct, and maybe